Hey guys, welcome back. In the last video, we built a working AI cover letter generator with OpenAI and Next.js. Now that the core functionality is in place, the next step is setting up payments so that your app can start generating income. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to quickly and easily integrate Stripe and start accepting payments right away. Let's dive in. All right, so we'll be using Stripe to collect payments in our app. Stripe is a payment processing platform that allows businesses and individuals to accept payments online. It's really straightforward and easy to set up, so it's a great choice for our app here. The first step is creating a free account, so let's head on over to stripe.com. Now, Stripe is super convenient. It handles payments, receipts, and deposits your proceeds directly into your bank account. You don't need to have a company, a LLC, or anything like that to get started. You can just sign up as an individual, and then you can upgrade later if you decide to. As you go through the account creation process, it'll basically ask you for some basic information: your name, address, bank details, your social security number if you're in the US. And then once that's verified, you can start accepting payments right away. So go ahead and get your account set up. Pause the video if you have to, and then we'll proceed from there. All right, so once you've created your Stripe account and logged in, you should see something similar to this. And so what we want to do here is create a payment link for our product or service, whatever it is that you're selling on your website. And now the idea here is that Stripe will generate a payment link. We'll then embed that link in the source code in our application where the Pay Now button is. And then once the user clicks on that button, they'll be redirected to a Stripe payment page. They'll enter their credit card information, they'll execute the payment, and then they'll get redirected back to a page in our web application. And I'll get into that a little bit later, and I'll show you exactly where we configure that callback URL or that redirect URL. So for now, let's go ahead and click on Payment Links. And I'm going to go ahead and click on New Payment Link over on the right-hand side here. Now, before we can create the link, we have to associate a new product with the link. You can see here that I've got a couple of products already set up. I've got CoverSnap Unlimited Access, CoverSnap Day Pass. So I'm just going to pretend like I'm creating a new product here. Okay, let's say let's say Week Pass. So I'm going to add CoverSnap Week Pass as a new product. Okay, I can write a small short description here. Obviously, I'd probably make that a little bit better, but since this is just an example, that will do. You can optionally upload an image here. I've never done that, but if you want some sort of little icon shown on the payment page, you have that option here. I would leave the defaults here: electronically supplied services, then one-off, since it's a one-time payment. Now here's where you enter in the actual amount that you want to collect for this product or service. So I'm going to say $2. A couple of different options for taxes. If you leave it to auto in the US and Canada, it's added above and beyond the base price. Otherwise, you can explicitly say, yes, tax is included in the price that the customer sees, or no, it's added above and beyond that price that they see. So I'll just leave it at auto for now. And unit, just set that to 1 in this case. And you can enter in your location, your state if you're in the US, and go ahead and click on Add Product. Okay, now we can proceed with the payment link. So let's see, everything looks, I'm just double checking the name, the price, all the parameters that I chose, that looks good. You can explore some advanced options here. I've never really gotten into this too much, but something you can explore if you need more options. And then you have a little preview panel over on the right to see what that payment page is going to look like from the customer's perspective. All right, so let's move on to the redirect link. I'm going to click on the After Payment tab and confirmation page. That's what we're looking for. So this show confirmation page, that would be the Stripe native page, which is a totally fine option if you want to do that. But in the case of CoverSnap, we want to show a custom page. So I'm going to click on Don't Show Confirmation Page. And now we have an option to enter in the URL to our redirect page. Okay, so our redirect URL is going to be coversnapapp.com/unlocked. And once we get into the repo, I'll kind of give you an overview of what happens on this unlocked page. But for now, just go ahead and paste that in. Or, what you're going to have to do is, obviously, this only works if the site is live in a production environment. You can't redirect back to localhost 3000 unless you do some sort of fancy host file stuff. But this really is meant for production. So this is going to redirect back to coversnapapp.com unlocked. All right, so once that's done, we can go ahead and click on Create Link. And right here at the top of the page, that is our new Stripe payment link. So go ahead and copy that to your clipboard. And for now, we are done inside Stripe. So I'm going to pop on over to Visual Code. Now, if you guys did the part 1 of the video, you would have downloaded this CoverSnap tutorial repository. But if you haven't done that yet, that's okay. You can download the repo now and clone it. And the clone command and the repo URL are going to be in the video description, as well as the README. So in the first video, we used CoverSnap Starter. In this tutorial, we're going to use the second folder, CoverSnap Stripe Integration. So let's go ahead and expand that. Okay. So let's go ahead and expand source app page TSX. Now there are 2 links, and I should probably show you in the UI first. So we have an unlock for $5. That's going to be one of the Stripe payment buttons. And then we have another one down here a little further down on the page in the pricing section, buy now for $5. So we got 2 places essentially where we need to copy in our payment link. Actually, I forgot there's going to be a 3rd place as well, and that corresponds to this payment wall that we see right here. So in the first video, I mentioned that we allow 3 free cover letters, and then we start asking for a payment after the 3rd one. So at that point, this payment wall shows up. So that's our 3rd button. All right, but let's go back to Visual Code, and again, we're in page.tsx. Now, all we have to do is search for Stripe. And I've sort of commented out where we need to paste in our URL. So let's see, I've copied the entire URL, I believe. So let's just replace this whole thing. Oh, that was a job description. Oops, I need to go back and grab it again. Okay. There's one. A little bit further down, there's the other one around line 590. And oh, the other one's in the header. So let's go under Components, Header TSX. There we go. I forgot that was in a separate file. Okay, so let's go ahead and save that once you've pasted in your Stripe URL in those 3 different places. Okay, so if you remember when we set up the Stripe pay link, we set our redirect page to be /unlocked, right? So let's take a look at that really quick. That's going to be in source app unlocked page. So this is the post-payment landing page. And what this code is doing essentially is it's setting a local storage item called CoverSnap unlocked and setting that to true. So that is really the only way that this app is currently telling whether a customer has paid or not. It's literally a local storage variable. And so it gets set to true. And the reason for that is because every time we submit a request to generate a cover letter, the code checks for that. And I'll show you what that looks like. That's a handle submit, the handle submit function, which is right here. And if you see right around line 103, there's a variable called unlocked, and it's checking for that value and checking if it's true. And if it's not, then it says, okay, this person hasn't paid yet. Let's see how many uses they have. If it's more than 3, bam, set paywall, set show paywall. So in other words, we show the paywall modal. So that's all it's doing. And so, obviously, if this was a really more sophisticated app where I was selling something really high value and scaling it, I'd have to have something a little more robust than just local storage. I'd have a database, and this code right here would be, check if user is, in database as a paying customer, essentially. But, this is just sort of a little experimental app. Honestly, if somebody goes in and manipulates the local storage and bypasses the payment, I don't care. So just something to keep in mind, though. And this kind of goes back to what I mentioned in the last video. Like, this is an MVP. So my goal here wasn't to build a fully fledged production scalable app, just kind of the bare minimum. Get it out there, test the idea, and then reevaluate. All right, so let's go ahead and start up the app and see if our pay link is working. So I'm going to do npm run dev, and that should launch the app on port 3000. Oh, I didn't install the dependencies first, so I'm going to run npm I. Okay, oops, I'm not in the right folder. So I'm going to cd into that second folder, and then run npm I. There, much better. All right, now let's go ahead and launch the app, npm run dev. Okay, looks like that's started up, so let's go to the browser. That's the production one. And let's go to localhost 3000. All right, so I'm going to just click on the unlock for $5 link. And perfect, we are on our Stripe payment page. So I guess we could show it because it's pointing to production. So, you know, all right, good. My credit card's already in there, and it's hidden, so nobody can see it. Do I have to add my address here? I guess so. All right, let's click on Pay. All right, perfect. And that, you saw that briefly. That was our landing page, our post-payment landing page, and then it's redirected back to CoverSnap app. So I know we started at localhost, and now this is redirected to the production page, but that's just because our redirect URL had to be a production URL. So you could imagine that, you know, this, if you'd start from CoverSnap, you'd get the same result basically. But anyway, that's how the payment flow looks. Very simple, very straightforward, and super easy to integrate. Like, that took us all of 2 minutes to paste the links in, right? All right, guys, well, that'll do it for this tutorial. Hope you found it useful, and I hope you see now that how easy it is to start collecting payments on any app that you want to create and put out there. And literally with just a couple of minutes, you can have it all set up to start accepting payments and hopefully start making lots of money. So hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.